So welcome to Doodle Chat this morning. We have author Kari Ann Gonzalez with us. Yay.
Thanks for
And
having me.
what?
Thanks for having me.
Oh, yeah, you're welcome. Thanks for coming. So, Kari, we're going to talk about chickens today because in your book, How to Hatch a Reader, as you can see, there are chickens on the cover. So, we were thinking, like, okay, let's not joke around. The chickens are like the main thing in this story, right?
Oh, they're a lot of fun. They're a
Number
lot
one,
of fun.
reading. Number two, chickens. The
Yes,
antics of chickens.
absolutely.
So yeah, I actually have an image from the middle that I want to share too at some point. But okay,
Oh,
so
perfect.
we're thinking we're gonna start sketching some chickens today. And Carrie's going to be sketching along as we talk about chickens. So, Carrie, chickens, how did this happen? How did you become like so into chickens?
Oh my gosh. Well, I love eggs, and around COVID time, eggs were a little bit difficult to find at times. And also, we had our library had closed to the public, and they were doing a read to the dog program. And my kids loved it. They loved reading to the dogs. And so we decided to improvise and combine some of our loves. So we decided to get chickens. And we had the built the chicken coop. Everything was going great. The kids loved spending time outside. And so we developed our own Read to a Chicken program. And so this book was born out of this little literal scenario of reading to our backyard chickens.
So, you didn't know
Um,
anything about chickens before
we
you just
didn't
went
know
out and
anything
got
about
chicken?
chickens. No, no. When I grew up, we lived in an apartment. We didn't have pets, and so yeah, we just decided that we were going to embark on this journey together, and we were going to have chickens. So we did a lot of research. We built them a nice coop, and then we took off from there. We don't have a ton of chickens, so we don't have a full farm. We have kind of what we call a tiny farm or a hobby farm. So we've got some chickens, some fruit trees. We have our garden beds, that type of thing. So we make the most of the land that we have. So it's a residential area, so it's not a big farm or anything like that. But we make a lot of use out of the space. And I would wholeheartedly recommend having chickens. They're incredible. They're friendly. We've always held them since they were chicks, and they just have really unique personalities, which a lot of
Aw,
people I think don't know. So,
there's nothing better than holding a baby chick.
oh, and look at that chicken you're drawing. It looks great.
Yes, I have a very important question. Tell me what this is. What is this thing called on the top of their head?
Oh, is that the comb?
A comb. That's what it is. And it's spelled like the comb that you comb your hair with.
Mm-hmm.
COMB.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The B is silent. I always wondered what that was called.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the little thing at the bottom of their little chin.
Yeah.
What's
That's the waddle.
the waddle?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, I love that. I love that word. Okay, waddle, like it sounds. Waddle.
You got it.
Cool.
And now we're learning new words for Scrabble.
Right. That's exactly. Oh, we should make like a chicken themed Scrabble game.
Oh gosh, that would be so fun. We should do that.
So I love Rachel Suzanne's rendition of the chicken. And my favorite part of how she does chickens, this is the illustrator, the person who did all the drawings in Carrie's books, um, is the tail feathers. And she literally just makes these like scribble lines
hmm
like that.
They are so whimsical and so fun, and there's so
Yeah.
much
And for kids, I
personality
mean,
pouring off the page. She did
if
such an
you're having
amazing
trouble
job.
drawing feathers, feathers can be really difficult to draw. Go the Rachel Suzanne way and just
Yeah.
make scribbles. And
Oh
it's
my
so
gosh.
cute. Yeah. And like, I love the chicken that is like his scribbles are like his whole head, and he just has a beak sticking out. Like, you
So
can't even
fun.
see You can't even see his face. This is a
A lot of fun,
terrible,
some wild and crazy hair.
terrible doodle. Oh, and she also does the wings like a scribble.
She does do the wings like a scribble. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Oh, the funky chicken scene. It's so fun. It is also one of my favorites. Thank you so much for sharing it.
I mean, look at this. Look at this little diva chicken. How cute is
It's
that? A
so
chicken
fun.
singing and holding a microphone. We got in the
Yep.
background, the little black chicken is,
Hmm.
showing some moves. I don't
Oh
know. It's
yeah. And
very
the disco
disco.
ball. So
Yes. We got
fun.
the disco mirror ball up here. We've got a chicken popping up out of the ceiling. How awesome
Uh-huh.
is that? And then my favorite guy, this orange chicken with the star glasses because he is a superstar.
Oh my gosh.
So adorable.
The fun sunglasses. That is one of my favorite chickens.
Me too. So I heard you
And
have
she reminds me of one of our chickens. Her name's Barney.
Barney. Oh, so that
Yes,
one was
yes.
modeled after a real chicken.
No, I don't believe Rachel Suzanne had ever seen any of our chickens, but there were some striking similarities between my daughters. Both look like the farmer in the book. In fact, my oldest daughter Avery's nearby, and she's gonna bring a little cameo chicken to check it out. But you can see the farmer, and then this one looks like Barney. But we did bring another chicken, and this is Bingo. Hi, Bingo.
Oh, hi, Bingo.
Yeah, she's a very sweet girl. She's an Easter egger, and they call them Easter eggers because they lay teal blue eggs and they are just gorgeous. So we don't have to dye any eggs for our Easter egg hunts. We just have our backyard chickens, and we've got blue, brown, and white eggs right now, and hopefully in the future an olive egger, which will leave green eggs for us. So nice
Awesome.
color of the rainbow.
Aw. Oh, here she's
Thank you, Avery.
looking
Appreciate you
over here.
stopping by.
Thanks,
Thanks for
Avery.
the cameo.
I love Bingo. She's so quiet. Is she usually
She
that quiet?
is. Yeah, the chickens are just, they really like to be held. And so they like to be around us. It's probably, all the reading that we did with the chickens. And so they just hang out with us and listen to the stories while the kids read to them. And they like to sit in our lap and perch on our shoulders. And we do have to be careful when they perch on the shoulders, though. Chickens are not potty trained. So,
Oh, okay. Good to know.
but yeah, they're a lot of fun. They just love to be, they're very social creatures. They love to be around us. So,
Awesome. Well, who knew that chickens were really into reading? I mean, did you know
yeah, I
that when you
mean,
wrote the book?
no, I didn't. I didn't. We started reading to our backyard chickens because of the Read to the Dog program had closed. And so we started reading to
Oh,
our chickens, and they would always like flock around us and just hang out with us. And so that's what really sparked the idea of the story. So in light of that, as you've been doodling, I've been doodling myself, and I'm not an artist, but I
oh,
have a chicken with a book based on the inspiration from our backyard chickens and our backyard reading program.
I love it. Yay, Carrie, that's awesome. He's so
Thank you.
cute.
Thank you. Now I've got to think of a title. Maybe I'll let Bingo and Bluey, our chickens, pick them out. I don't know.
Right.
Maybe they can peck one. Line up a couple of options and see which one they peck at.
I know you have
Yeah,
a new book coming out also this
yeah,
fall. Can you tell us a
yes.
little bit about that one?
Yeah, absolutely. So it is the sequel to How to Hatch a Reader. And I'll just show How to Hatch a Reader again. So it's the sequel. It's called How to Hatch a Writer, and it will be coming out in September. And I'm very excited about it. The chickens are a block, we'll say. And it's going to be amazing. It's about teaching chickens how to write. It's a fictional story, but it's got informational fiction that kind of goes along with it, with teaching kids how to write. And it's just an amazing support system with a lot of fun and humor along the way. The sneaky fox is back, looking for a snack, but we'll see what happens.
Awesome. Wow. And I
Thank you for
just wanted to
asking.
mention that Carrie and I are actually collaborating on a new book as well. We're working on it right now. Well, she did the writing and I'm doing the drawings, and I'm working on those right now. Doodles, these are my original doodles when I first said, yes, I want to do this story. So as you can see, this is where a book starts. We've got a manuscript, and then the
Mhm.
publisher finds an illustrator like me, and I start making sketches. So
I
what
love
do you
it. And
think
as
this
animal
story is
lovers,
about?
yes, as
Can you
animal
guess?
lovers, I think we're perfectly paired. The name of this book is called Goat Math. And I love your doodles, so much character and personality.
Yes, so Carrie has she has tackled reading, and now she is going to tackle the world of math. Math. Awesome.
Any way we can make, education even more fun is just a win for everyone. So
For
get to
sure.
incorporate reading and math, anything that we can to support, young learners, I think, in a really fun way. A lot of humor. I add a lot of humor. And I've been just so blessed to be partnered with so many amazing illustrators. So thank you, Bonnie, for all the work that you're doing with the goat math story. It's going to be so fun. And Rachel Suzanne's chickens and fox are just incredible as well. So
Yeah.
very excited, very blessed to be working with so many incredible people.
Cool. Well, it's a pleasure for sure. So, if you have been doodling along with us, we'd love to see your doodles. You can tag me on Instagram or you can tag Carrie. I'll put that in the notes, in the show notes. Okay. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show and doodling with us. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Bonnie. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Hope to see you again soon.